stops, like the red light's gone, push that button again.
Okay, push that button down every time the red light stops. All right.
Yeah. And then it'll say movie recording stopped. So.
All right.
Okay, cool. Here. All right, yeah, definitely let it set.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Quarry Field on the south side slopes of downtown Pittsburgh. My name is Red Watson, bringing you the first ever home match between the Point Park University Bisons and the Fairmont State Falcons. Bisons are set to receive first here in the opening half. Back deep for the Bisons, we have Mike Mulkerin and Jeffrey Gordy. But it'll go out of bounds, and Point Park will take over from there. We have a line out now going on. Travis Myers will be the one going up for the Bisons. And the ball appears to have hopped the fence, and that's Tom Watt going over to retrieve it. So we have a slight delay right now. Tom Walk will do the line out. He is a senior here at Point Park University. Tom was last year's rugby club president. And here we go. Line out caught by Myers. Roth outlets it to Johnston. And it's dropped for a knock on by Beavis and recovered by Fairmont. And they're all over the ruck. Point Park got to stay flat here in this one. I talked to Alden Roth earlier, who's the new team president, and he said that the strength of this Point Park team is their defense. And that's a knock-on on Fairmont. And we'll wait to see the call from the referee, Referee Bryce Dick, this evening. And it'll be a scrum down for Point Park. Props this evening are Rob Simmons and Jeremiah Elsas. Locks are number 5, Travis Myers, and number 4, Jake Finch. Richie Carver, who was a prop last year, plays at one of the flankers, and number 6, Travis Johnston, is the other. Alex McDivitt's the 8th man. And it'll be a put to Fairmont. Ball comes out of the tunnel. So they'll line it up and try it again here at Point Park's 22-yard line. Or 22-meter line, rather. Excuse me. You'll have to forgive me, folks. I'm used to doing play-by-play for football. So we're going to do this. Fairmont put. Ball's in. Ball won by Fairmont. It's caught. Stuck by Carver. Back at midfield. Point Park's defense got to get flat. They're out of position right now. Big gap on the left-hand side of the field. And the ball will go out. Down around the goal line area. And it hops the fence again. Low fences here at Quarry Field this evening. So it'll be a line out for Fairmont. Travis Myers will go up again. Lifting in the back is Jeremiah Elsas, and lifting in the front is Simmons. Stoppage of play. And ball's in. And it's won by Fairmont. Outletting the ball, dishing. They got to get outside. And he's stopped. Got to get to the ruck now. Excellent ruck by Point Park. Ball's taken over by Point Park now. And Alden Roth, the new scrum half for Point Park, will boot it downfield, and it'll go out of bounds at about midfield. So this is Point Park University's first year in the Three Rivers Rugby Conference. Last year, they were kind of like Notre Dame is for football. They were an independent. First year in a conference. It's exciting times, and I am proud to get to call you this first home match as the lineout is won by Point Park. Johnston will take it, and he's met by a wall of defenders from Fairmont. Ruck won by Point Park. And ball's out, and it goes to Tom Walk. Tom Walk dragging tacklers. Roth will hunt for the ball. He digs it out. Gets it back out to Troy Johnston. Point Park doing a good job dishing the ball off. And it's outletted to Mike Beavis. And Beavis bangs into a wall. Ruck won by Fairmont. Coming back the other way now. He's got speed. He makes the move. Ball over his head and it goes backward. But it's recovered by Fairmont. And there's a stoppage by referee Bryce Dick. And so it'll be Fairmont ball. Point Park got to fill in their gaps. They're kind of bunched up in the middle. And Fairmont will just kick it out. Oh, and it's caught by Mulgren, and he'll kick it right back at him. And it's being brought back by Fairmont. Stoppage on the play by Myers. Simmons might have been in there too. So Mulgren returns to his position at fullback. It'll be a scrum down. And it'll be Point Park's put. The Bisons look to win a scrum. Two freshman props this year in Rob Simmons and Jeremiah Elsas. Last year it was Mark Oliverio and Richie Carver. And that's won by Point Park. And advantage to Fairmont. Coming back the other way. They have a ruck formed. Beautifully. Tough running up the middle by Fairmont. And he's finally brought down by Simmons. Ball outletted to out near the sidelines. He's stacked up by a wall of defenders. He's met. And the ruck formed. Ruck formed. Point Park looking to try to take back control of the ball here in the first half. We have a stoppage of play now. So it'll be a scrum down. Put for Point Park. Two scrums go down. Roth to put. And there's the call. Crouch, touch, set. The ball goes in, but it pops right back out at Alden Roth. And so we'll line it up and we'll do it again here. That's one of the other things that has really impressed me after watching these Bisons in practice. They do an extremely good job in their scrums. Extremely large people. And stoppage again. We'll line it up. Do it one more time. Sounds like Simmons went a little bit early on that one. So they bind on, line it up. We wait for the call. And the packs engage. Roth puts it in and it pops right back out at him again. And another stoppage again. As it looked like one of Fairmont's players tried to outlet it, thinking that they had broken the scrums. And so we're going to line it up and do it again. Elsas and Simmons bind on. Tom Walk. the veteran hooker who's been here all 4 years that Point Park Rugby Club has been in existence. Second line is down. Put in by Roth. Stoppage again. And this scrum just seems to not want to get underway, so finally they break it. And Fairmont will take over. And there's the boot. And it's off the hands of Malkren, who knocks it down and kicks it out. Mike Malkren, also senior, was a baseball player here at Point Park. Got injured, joined the rugby team last season. So, as compared to rugby teams past for Point Park University, this team much bigger. Last season we only had, I think, 1 replacement. So this year we have about 5 or 6 people that can sub in at any time for Point Park. In fact, so many people that some of them can't even get jerseys. Line out one by Fairmont, bringing it back in. And circulating the ball around, trying to get it out to the wing. And I think he thought he was in, and he touched it down, but he wasn't. And so it will be Point Park ball. And Roth will prepare to kick it in. No, actually, we're going to have a scrum down here. Scrum down here. Green put. So Fairmont still with the ball, running around. They gotta get him. Fairmont's got numbers on the outside, looking to break it. Oh, he's breaking it back inside. He's gonna go, and he's brought down by Malkren. And we have another stoppage in play. So we'll line it up, and we'll wait for the call. Looks like Point Park University is going to bring it back in. And Roth just boots it out of bounds. Smart play by the Bisons, just trying to bring it out of their own end. Deep down inside their own end, deep down at the 5-meter line. So it'll be a Point Park University line out. Tom Walk will do the throw in. Travis Myers is going to go up and try to win this one. And it's won by Myers. Outletted to Roth. Back to Richie Carver. And Richie Carver with some tough running. Runs into a wall, though. Good ruck by Point Park. Caught by Jake Finch. Finch is trying to bring it out, and he runs into a wall. Both teams evenly matched defensively. And that's Rob Simmons on the carry. And he's brought down. And we have hands in the ruck against Fairmont. Fairmont Falcons. So Roth will prepare, and he'll do the honors and bring it in for us. Big gap on that left-hand side for Jeffrey Gordy, as Fairmont's fullback's playing way back. All of Fairmont seems to be kind of bunched toward the middle, and we have a stoppage. We can't really hear what referee Bryce Dick is saying, but we can assume he's talking with one of the captains. And so we'll wait for play to resume. And Fairmont will huddle. And it looks like we'll have a break in play. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I spoke to Alden Roth this afternoon. He said he's playing a new position. As I said, last year he was fullback. This year he's playing at scrum half, which last year was a position held by Joel Cash, who graduated last summer. So everybody seems to be thinking that Point Park is going to be an underdog. Well, that's not the feeling I got from the team today as I talked to some of the players. Some of them seem to feel that they might be young and new to the conference, but they fought so hard to get in, and they feel like they have a great amount of collective experience between them. And so play will resume. Roth will prepare to kick, and he outlets it to Tom Walk. And Walk will outlet it to Carver. Carver drops it. It's picked up by Gordy. And we have another stoppage in play as Carver was all over that ruck. And so we'll have a scrum down at about the 22-meter line. Scrum down. It'll be put in by Alton Roth. First line down. Second line binds on. Last but not least, the 8-man is in. And there we go. There's the put. And that's won by Point Park. Outletted to Johnston, who gives it to Beavis. And Beavis is stacked up and dropped. And so here we go. We have a ruck. And we have a failure to release, I believe. But it'll still be Point Park's ball. And that goes backwards. That's off the hands of Johnston. Out to Como. Como looking to cut it in bounds. Como is a sophomore, and he's also the team's recruiter. So another stoppage in play. A lot of stoppages early in this first half. And we'll wait to see what the call is from Bryce Dick. And he's conferring with Fairmont's captain and one of the other players. So we'll wait for play to resume here. Looks like it'll still be Point Park's ball. So it's exciting times. Point Park last season didn't have a home field. So Quarry Field here in the Southside Slopes is the first field that they've ever had. And I spoke to some of the players earlier, and they said that it's great to finally be recognized by the university as one of the premier organizations on campus as we get ready to get underway. And we wait. Alton Roth, or excuse me, Troy Johnston will be the one bringing it in. And he'll boot it. Back, going back on it. And Fairmont has the ball now. That's dropped and it's rolling around. And it's booted out. And we have a scrum down. We have a scrum down here. And it'll be put in by Alton Roth. Down inside Fairmont territory, Point Park looking to take control here. Great opportunity down at what appears to be the 22-yard line, 22-meter line. And there's the scrum, and it's won by Point Park. Off the hands of Beavis, it's recovered by Fairmont. Point Park looking to get it back. Getting around the outside. Here we go, back and forth now. Fairmont outletting the ball. Point Park all bunched in. They got to try and get flattened out. Everybody's all bunched in. They got numbers to the outside, does Fairmont. And it'll be run out of bounds. Point Park will chase Fairmont out. And we'll have a stoppage in play. Set it up for Fairmont line out. Or excuse me, Point Park line out. It looked like Fairmont's hooker was getting ready to take the ball and do the throw in. And Tom Walk will throw it in. It's won by Myers. Thrown back to Roth. Out to Troy Johnston. And he's looking to score. They got numbers. Outletted to Beavis. Beavis is brought down. Point Park controlling the ball down inside Fairmont territory. Deep inside Fairmont territory, down around the goal line. Spreading the ball around. That's taken there. And we're looking, and that'll be knocked down by a Fairmont player. No scores yet here at Quarry Field. Scrum down now. It'll be Fairmont put. As Point Park is deep inside their territory, if Fairmont wins, you got to believe that they're just going to boot it out here. So we'll wait and see. Both teams readying themselves. They bind on. And they're down. Waiting for referee Bryce Dick to get set, it seems. Okay, now they're down. And the put will go to Fairmont, as I said. And taps his prop on the shoulder, ball's in. And that'll be won by Fairmont, but it rolls out of the back of the end zone. Ball goes out of bounds. And so we'll have a drop kick for Point Park University. As we wait for them to sort everything out. And then we'll see Alex McDivitt. Alex McDivitt on for the kick. Excuse me, Fairmont ball. And they'll just kick it off. They'll be caught by Point Park University on a beautiful leaping catch. Point Park doing a good job getting the rucks. Still no score yet. Still no score yet. Trying to see the ball. Looks like it'll be a scrum. Scrum down at about midfield. So we'll wait to see who gets the put. And we're waiting to see. We're making sure everybody's binding on. Everybody's down. Point Park University put. Looking to win another ruck. Been doing a good job winning rucks tonight. And ball won by Point Park. It's tossed out by McDivitt. And we have another stoppage of play here. So we'll get ready to line it up and do it again. A lot of fans showed up here from Point Park University as well as Fairmont. And we'd like to give a shout out to one fan, Mr. Jacob Kimball, who's listening in Tennessee right now. As the ball is booted away by Fairmont, it'll be caught by Malkren. And he's bringing it back. He's got space. He's got space. He's got space as he's high tackled there. Looked like a little bit of a high tackle. As ball's won, picked up by Elsas. Como, he's bottled up. Point Park matriculating the ball around right now. And looks like Jake Finch is brought down. Ball won, outlet it to Roth. Roth got speed, to the outside. Brought by Beavis and Simmons. And that's picked up by Troy. Point Park really doing a good job circulating the ball around with their passes right now. Point Park down inside, deep inside Fairmont territory now, circulating the ball around. We have a stoppage of play here by referee Bryce Dick. Can't tell right now quite what the stoppage is. We'll wait for more word. As a Renegade ball bounces onto the field down here near me. We'll wait to see. It looks like it'll be... brought in by... We're getting ready. Everybody's bound on. And there's the ball put in by Alden Roth. And ball won by Point Park University. There goes Mike Beavis with space. Running through people, dragging them. Ruck by Point Park. Point Park down at the 5-meter line, it would appear. Working the ball around with crisp precision passes. Point Park looking to take advantage here and score the first score of the game. And we have a stoppage in play. Yet again by Bryce Dick. Been a very intense and hard-hitting game thus far. Lots of excitement. You can feel it resonating in the air under the lights here at Quarry Field. And that ball's taken out by Point Park University. Jake Como with a little cut, but he's stacked up. Fairmont University not buying it. Here we go. Ball brought back out. Coming around. And Point Park University is going to be stacked up. taking over. Controlling movement. And we have another stoppage in play here down around the 5-meter line of Fairmont University. We'll get ready here. See what the call is. Looks like a scrum for Point Park University. Or excuse me. Yes, scrum. Scrum down. Put for Fairmont. We'll get ready to go here. We'll get underway. Fairmont's scrum half. Oh, it looks like Fairmont kind of went a little bit early. Or somebody went a little bit early. We'll wait for the official word here. And both teams go down again. Still Fairmont put. We'll get ready. And Fairmont's scrum half. He'll tap his prop. Roll the ball in. Looks like we had some wheel action going there on the left-hand side of the Point Park University scrum as they completely took over that one. That's big Rob Simmons. We have another stoppage in play. Looks like ball will be brought in by Alden Roth. And here we go. Circulating the pass that's out there. Troy Johnston coming out to Mike Beavis. And Point Park stacked up there. We have another whistle by Bryce Dick. Mulkerin back deep. You can just feel the buzz. There's something about Friday nights in southwestern Pennsylvania, I'll tell you what. It's exciting. We have a scrum down for Point Park. Rob Simmons and Jeremiah Elsas, two big props, two big men, looking to dominate up front. And they've done a good job so far. Point Park has won the majority of their scrums. Fairmont's a bigger, more experienced team, but I'll tell you what, Point Park, we're a scrappy bunch of players. And it'll be a put for Fairmont into the scrum. Taps the prop, ball's in for Fairmont. And that'll be won by Fairmont, and they'll just kick it out. And so we'll have a line out over here on the far sideline. Have a line out on the far sideline. Travis Myers will go up for Point Park University. Lifters will be Jeremiah and Rob. And we'll wait to see now if Point Park can win this line out. Tom Walk will do the honors. He'll throw it in. And Myers is up. He wins it. And we have another stoppage in play. And it'll be Fairmont line out now. Fairmont line out. Myers will look to win it. Oh, and it's caught by Myers. Myers wins it. Aldenroth bringing it left side. He cuts back in, and he's met by a defender. Point Park all over the ruck, though. Looks like they'll maintain possession. As we have the ball coming left side, Mike Beavis runs through a tackle. Runs through a tackle, and he's in! Point Park scores the first try of the season, and the Bisons go up 5-0. Mike Beavis with a powerful run. Or excuse me, no score on the play. I'm sorry about that. It looked like they had signaled a score. Couldn't quite tell. They're waving it off. So close for Mike Beavis. We have a line out now. A line out now. Myers will go up and try to win it for Point Park University. Oh, and it's won by Fairmont deep in their own territory. And they'll just boot it out. Here comes Mike Mulkerin looking to get on it. He's got speed. He's down the left sideline, and he stays in bounds somehow as they had him bottled up on the sidelines. Looks like he might have gotten bumped out, though. As they'll set it up. Set it up now for a line out for Fairmont. As their hooker will do the throw in. Get ready, Myers is going to go up. He's been doing a really good job on those lineouts. I'll tell you what, this Travis Myers kid, he's really tall. He's got to be at least 6'3" doing lineouts. And we have a stoppage of play. Line out for Point Park. They got to try to capitalize on this good field position they've managed to win from Fairmont. Tom Walk will do the throw in. Oh, and it's over his head, but it's won by Fairmont. And they're bringing it back in. Rucked by Point Park. And it's poached! Poached by Point Park University. Bringing it back into Fairmont territory. And Point Park stacked up, outletting the ball. That goes to Rob Simmons. Rob Simmons with some tough running. Stoppage of play, though. Whistles all over the place tonight, as there have been several scrums and lineouts tonight. But it's been a highly contested game. No score yet, 0-0, as what I thought was a try by Mike Beavis has been waved off by the referee. And it looks like it'll be... We're still waiting for the ball. And we'll see here in a minute if Point Park still has possession or not, as referee Bryce Dick is talking something over with the Fairmont players yet again. A lot of conversation going on with the Fairmont players this evening for the referee. As we'll wait. Point Park's very excited. You can feel it. We'll wait for the ball. And it will be Point Park ball. Point Park will retain possession. And they'll bring it in. Will Fairmont. And so will Point Park. We have a stoppage in play. Feels exciting to be a member of the Three Rivers Rugby Conference for Point Park University. And I, for one, am very proud to get to call this their first ever home game as a club. It's amazing what can happen in just 3 years' time. Point Park University was, the rugby club was founded in 2010. Here it is, 3 years later, 2013. Official conference members and a full fall schedule under the lights here on a Friday night in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And they'll break now, and it appears that play will resume. Roth over the ball, looking intently, scans the field. He'll pick it up, tap his foot, and we are underway as that ball's taken by Richie Carver, who bangs into a defender and runs him over, but he's brought down. And some tough running now by Point Park University. Trying to really, really thin out the Fairmont defense. Trying to really thin out the Fairmont defense. And we'll have a stoppage in play. Here now in the first half of play. Still no score yet. Still no score yet. Troy Johnston directing traffic on the field now, as Fairmont kicks it out of bounds, trying to gain some territory. And so we will now prepare for a Fairmont lineout. Fairmont lineout at about midfield here in the first half. And there's the call from the hook. And, oh, it's won by Myers! And Aldenrock bringing it right side. Looking to cut up, find a gap. Oh, but it's stolen away by Fairmont. And he's brought down. Point Park doing a real good job defensively. Fairmont outlets the ball, trying to get it outside. This is turning into a major defensive struggle here today. And brought down. Oh, but it was popped away nicely by Fairmont. Good passes on both sides of the ball today by both teams. Stoppage of play. Stoppage of play for Point Park. Fairmont maintains possession. Fairmont maintains possession as we get ready to get back underway here. And it's kicked. And it's caught by Mulkeren. Kicks it back. Oh, what a shot on Mulkeren. What a hit on Mulkeren by Fairmont. As we get ready to go here. And it'll be scrum down. Scrum down just outside midfield. And we have a Bison chant breaking out in the crowd. Crowd really feeling it right now. Here we go. Alden Roth ready to put the ball. And he places it in. And that ball's going to be won by Point Park. Taken by Troy Johnson to the outside. Slight gap, but he's stacked up and brought down. Oh, but he gets right back up and just keeps on running. Point Park ball, maintaining possession, doing really well. And Rob Simmons on the outside now. And Richie Carver takes the ball. And he's brought down. And it's stolen away by Fairmont. Looking to get to the wing. And Fairmont University is going to be run out of bounds. Going to be run out of bounds. It'll be a scrum down at about 5 meters away from midfield. And so, as we get ready to get set, we'll see who does the put-in. And that's the half, ladies and gentlemen. Score here from Quarry Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The Point Park University Bison 0 and the Fairmont State Falcons 0. Stay tuned. It is flowing here at Quarry Field on a beautiful Friday night in early September. Mike Mulkeren ready for the kickoff. Assessing some things with the referee. As the referee telling some of the players from Point Park to back up from the sidelines, and that's going to be taken by Fairmont. He's met immediately. Oh, Point Park was an awesome defense right now, smothering Fairmont. As that's coming back from Fairmont's 8-man, and he's brought down by Richard Carver. Fairmont looking to get to the outside. Jeffrey Gordy on their tackle. Point Park University. Strong defense in the first half from both sides. As Jake Como on the takedown there. But the pass was outletted beautifully. And so Point Park University trying to win the ball. But Fairmont maintains possession as the ball's bounced. Ball's bounced. And Fairmont going down the sidelines. And he'll be run out of bounds by Point Park's defense. Defenses for both sides doing an astounding, phenomenal job holding both sides to 0 points. We are in a dead heat here. Truly, if you love defensive struggles, this is the game for you. And it'll be a line out for Point Park University. Travis Myers did a great job in the first half winning these lineouts as Walk will get ready for the throw-in. And we'll wait for everything to get lined up and situated on the field, as it looks like we're about ready to get underway. Right now, Walk picks up the ball. There's his cadence. It's thrown in. It's won by Myers. And its kick is blocked. Oh, but it's recovered by Point Park University. And they'll maintain possession, I believe. Huge ruck, and we have a whistle down there at the far end of the field, as still more people continue to pour in here at Quarry Field. They're running out of space to put folks down there on the sidelines. And we'll have a scrum down. Scrum down here. It'll be Fairmont State put. And we'll get ready. Everybody's down. Everybody's bound on. Referee will call crouch, touch, set, and we'll be underway. And there we go. Ball's in. Ball's in. It's won by Fairmont. Looking to get outside. Outside. It comes to Point Park. It's kicked by Richard Carver. Oh, for a knock on. Oh, tough luck there. Looked like Point Park had come up with a big time recovery. But we'll have a scrum down. Scrum down on the Point Park side of the 50-meter line. And it'll be Point Park University put. And comes right back out to Alden Roth. Ball rolled back out of that tunnel. Some fans trying to get the wave going here. Oh, they got it going now. They got it going now. They'll line up the scrum again. Roth will look to put the ball in now. As we wait, as they just can't quite seem to get the scrum situated, and they'll break now. They'll break now. And now they'll rejoin, and we'll try to get it off the ground here, get it underway. As there's the ball placed in by Alden Roth. And ball's out for Point Park as Roth kicks it away with a boomer. It's over the head of Fairmont. It's rolling into the end zone. And he'll touch it down. Fullback will touch it down. Beautiful boot there by Alden Roth. Over the head of everybody. Over the head of everybody. As we'll resume play at Fairmont's 5-meter line, where Point Park will look to try to retake possession. And ball's popped up. Caught by Malkren. Beautiful move there, as he's spun down by a herd of Fairmont defenders. We have a call. Hands in the ruck. Looks like it's going against Point Park University. Several stoppages throughout this game. But it'll be Point Park's ball. Point Park ball, as Roth will pooch it. Oh, there's Mike Beavis. Oh, and he dropped the ball. Fairmont dropped the ball. But they fall on top of it and maintain possession. No, excuse me. Point Park maintains possession. It was a knock on Fairmont. Knock on Fairmont. And that's Roth to Como. Como with some beautiful moves, looking to try to get outside, and he just can't. He's met by 3 or 4 Fairmont University defenders. Pass out to Troy Johnston. He's brought down by 3 defenders. Point Park with some tough running. And that's out to Travis Johnston. Point Park doing a beautiful job with their rucking down inside Fairmont territory. And that's to Troy Johnston with a good juke. Oh, that's to Rob Simmons. Simmons gets it to Beavis. Beavis cuts back inside. Looking to get to the end zone. Oh, he dropped the ball. Oh, he dropped the ball at the goal line, and it goes out the back of the end zone. Oh, tough break there for Mike Beavis. Tough break. Tough break as we'll have a scrum down. We'll have a scrum down deep inside Fairmont territory. It'll be Fairmont put. Fairmont looking to take over, try and regain some of his field position they lost after a beautiful drive down to the 2-meter line. And we have the Bison chant going. And it'll fall on Elsis and Simmons trying to drive. And scrum won by Fairmont, and they'll kick it out. Doesn't go very far, but it hops the fence. And we'll wait for the ball to come back in bounds. Fans here hanging on the very edge of their seat as we still have no score here in the second half. Truly a defensive contest. Truly a defensive contest as the ball kind of gets away from referee Bryce Dick. And it'll be Fairmont ball as Point Park had to back it up about 10 meters. Kick comes. It goes to Malkren. Malkren bringing it back. He's got some space. He's got some space with some tough running. Ball goes backwards. It's picked up by Rob Simmons. Simmons running. Simmons running hard. He's inside Fairmont territory, and he's stopped up. Down at about the 3-meter line for Point Park. Ball taken by Gordy. Oh, he's hit hard down at about the 2. Point Park still maintains possession as the ball's picked up by Roth. It's outlet to Richie Carver. Carver with some hard running. Oh, but he's stacked up by 2-3 defenders. Ball picked up by Roth. Roth running hard. Roth to the goal line. Roth is in. Roth is in. Point Park takes a 5-0 lead here in the second half with the first try of the season. And it's not being waved off this time. It's a legitimate score as Alden Roth bangs into the end zone for Point Park University. And Mike Malkren will attempt the conversion here. If he makes it, it'll be a 7-0 lead for Point Park. First try of the season for Point Park University on an impressive run by scrum half. On Roth, and the conversion is up. The conversion is good as Point Park University takes a 7-0 lead here in the second half. Momentum now on the side of the Bisons as they'll get the ball back here on a Fairmont State kickoff. You can feel the energy in this stadium right now. You can feel as the ball went out of play. As Fairmont readies for the kickoff. And I'm joined now up here in the booth by Sam Cordillico. Sam, what do you think of the game so far?
We're playing hard. It's about time we got on the field. It's impressive.
So, what do you think about us getting a home field this year?
It's pretty exciting. I mean, as the team is progressing, I think it's only appropriate for us to have our own field, and we've got a lot of fans here, so that's awesome.
Yeah, truly an amazing game thus far. If you like defensive struggles, this has been the match for you. And the ball's picked up by Fairmont on a pooch kick. Point Park looking to play some tough defense now. Got to protect that lead, hold that lead. Ball being outletted around by Fairmont. Point Park is all over the rucks tonight. Hard-hitting, smash-mouth rugby at its finest. Oh, and it's stolen away by Point Park University. Jake Como on the steal. But we have a whistle, and it'll be a scrum down in Point Park territory. It appeared as though Como might have been offsides on that play. Ball being outlet around in play. It's live. Fairmont maintains possession. Oh, but Fairmont's met by a wall of Bisons. As the ball is picked up and stolen away by Point Park University. Looks like Alden Roth might have been on the steal there. Ball being outlet around. Oh, and it goes behind Como. Alden Roth readies himself. And we're just about to get underway. We wait for the packs to get situated here at Quarry Field. You can feel the excitement buzzing after that tough try, that tough running by Alden Roth. And it gave the Bisons a 7-0 lead with Mulkerin getting the honors for the conversion. So get ready now. Get ready now. Everybody's bound on. Seems like the referee was trying to fix something in the scrum. As I gotta point out, Point Park has 2 freshman props. Both of them big guys though. That's won by Fairmont University on the Point Park University place. And we're waiting to see as Fairmont maintains possession. Looking to get outside. Looking to get outside. Oh, beautiful move there by the Fairmont runner. Park really playing some tough defense. Not really allowing Fairmont to go forward. Fairmont really kind of just going sideline to sideline. But you can't make them go sideline to sideline all the time. You got to try and get some real estate back. As Fairmont gets into Point Park territory. Deep into Point Park territory. Oh, but it's stolen away by Point Park University. Coming back the other way now, and we have a whistle. We have a whistle now by the referee. And he's certainly been busy tonight. And as we wait to see what the call is, it looks like it's going to be scrum down. Looks like it's going to be scrum down inside Point Park territory. I got to say about the 10-meter line. Ten-meter line, Point Park put. There's the place by Roth. Scrum trying to win it. And Point Park does win it. Point Park does win it. As it's Jake Como on the run. Oh, but Fairmont steals it back. And he'll be run out of bounds. Bison defense doing a really good job going sideline to sideline. Not allowing the Fairmont State Falcons to get vertical down the field. Highly intense. Great defensive game. As it'll be a line out for Point Park. As that's won by Myers. Ball knocked down. Picked up by Point Park. Coming right side. Dropped and kicked by Troy Johnson. And the ball's to Mike Beavis. Mike Beavis has some space. Running through tackles. He's on a breakaway. Outletted to Troy Johnson. Johnson down inside the 5. And the ball picked up by McDevitt. He's swamped. Ball goes backwards. But Point Park does a really good job gaining back some real estate on a hard run by Mike Beavis. Hard run by Mike Beavis there for Point Park. But it'll be Fairmont ball after a knock on by Point Park. And they'll just kick it out. Oh no! I thought the ball was going to be caught by Gordy, but he dropped it and knocked it out. Or excuse me, Mulkerin. Thought the ball was going to be caught there by Mulkerin, but he knocked it out of bounds. So it'll be a line out. Line out for Fairmont. As Travis Myers will go up and try to win yet another line out. He's been doing a really good job winning them tonight. As we wait for the pods to get organized here. And both defenses to get organized. There's the cadence from the Fairmont hooker. Oh, it was tipped by Myers right to Fairmont, though. Point Park's defense really buckling down here in the second half. Really buckling down here. And going sideline to sideline. Getting a little bit of ground is Fairmont. Runner breaking tackles, but he's brought down. Point Park's looking to get a big stop here down around the goal line area. Oh, it's taken away by Point Park University's defense. Really buckling down there at the goal line. Really buckling down. Really tough defensive work there by the interior of Point Park's defense. They have a stoppage in play as we wait for it to line up. And we're waiting to see what the referee's call is right now. We can't quite tell. And looks like a missed kick opportunity by Fairmont. Score remains 7-0 Point Park University as it goes out the back of the end zone. Point Park will take over. Point Park will take over at the 22-meter, about 22-meter line. As Aldenroth will do the honors and bring it in for Point Park. Bison's lead 7-0 here in the second half. And we're getting set to get underway as the Bisons are doing some offensive shifting. Ball's kicked out. It's kind of knuckling on the ground. Oh, Fairmont bringing it back with some speed, slipping tackles. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on some tough defensive work down there by the Bisons. Really doing a tremendous job. Fantastic work by the Bison's defense. These guys have been hitting all week at practice, and you can really tell that it's paying off. They're not afraid to hit anybody, as it'll be a Point Park lineout. Travis Myers will look to win it. Myers is up. Myers wins it. Brings it down. And Point Park will kick it back down the field, gain a little bit of that field possession back. And so they'll run down, and they'll set it up again. And ball's out for Fairmont. No, it's not. No, it's not. They were starting to run with the ball. I think they thought they had a play. They didn't. It'll be a line-out for Fairmont. It'll be a Fairmont line-out here at about midfield. And there's the cadence. Oh, it's knocked down by Travis Myers. Knocked down by Travis Myers. Point Park on defense now. Flattening out. And it goes into the end zone. And Mulkern will just touch it down and bring it back out to the 22-meter line. 7-0 Bison's lead here in the second half here at Quarry Field on the south side of Pittsburgh. First home game of the season, and more importantly, in the history of the rugby club. For the past 3 years, have always been the away team. And I gotta say, I'm extremely honored to get to call the first ever home game for this club. Mulkern from the far side of the field. And the ball's up. Oh, it's no good, but 12-7 the Bison's lead.
Terrible rule.
12-7 the Bison's lead. 12-7 Bison's lead over Fairmont now. On an incredible run by Jake Como, number 11. And Point Park's going to get the ball back on the kickoff here. Good defense and solid running by Point Park University here in the second half, and they retake the lead. as we wait for the kickoff. And ball's up. Ball's up. Oh! Oh, it deflects off one of Point Park's players, and it's taken by Fairmont. Outletting the ball, trying to get to the outside. Nobody around. Running in circles. Ball popped back. Oh, it looked like it was stolen away, but we have a whistle. Possibly offsides on Point Park. Possibly offsides. Looks like we'll have a scrum down inside Point Park territory. And it'll be Fairmont Point. On the Point Park side of midfield, just inside Point Park's territory. We'll get ready as the referee prepares to give the cadence. And there we go! They bind on. And scrum fell apart. Not to mention the ball popped out the side. So we'll line it up, we'll do it again. And the crowd getting into it. Crowd really getting into it now. As Point Park looking to retake the ball and take a commanding lead. And ball's out. Scrum won by Fairmont. Coming left side. Got a little space. Spin move there. Brought down. Brought down. We're looking to see who has possession now. Fairmont ball. Point Park ball. Point Park has it. And they're bringing it back the other way now. Doing a good job of rucking is Point Park. As Mike Beavis picks it up. He's doing some tough running tonight. Here we go. Coming right side. And we have a whistle again. We have a whistle again. We'll wait to see what the referee does here. Still Point Park ball as Roth will bring it in. Outlets it. Troy Johnston left side. Some tough running, bangs through a tackle. Bangs through another tackle. But he's finally brought down after some hard running. Looked like Fairmont might have tried to steal, so we have another whistle. Ball to Mike Beavis. Ball to Mike Beavis. Broke play. Broken play. Ball outletted. And it's picked up. Picked up on the far sideline. Point Park needs to get to the ruck. And they're there. They get there. But it looks like they lose the ball. Looks like they lose the ball. Ball will come to Fairmont. And Point Park will have to back it up 10 meters. Point Park will back it up 10 meters. As Fairmont will just kick it back into their territory. Trying to gain field position on the Bison's defense, who hold a 12-7 lead. Fairmont trails here in the second half. Truly, if you like excitement, you can feel it right now. Quarry Field is rocking. And it feels amazing to be part of it. As Fairmont State line out. Knocked down. It'll go right back out of bounds on the line out. As we go back out of bounds a little further downfield. Looks like Myers might have got a hand on that one and done something. As Point Park line out. Myers wins it. Coming out. Ball coming out. And they'll just kick it downfield with the Bisons. Over his head, pirouetting catch. Oh, he's got nowhere to go. He's bottled up to the outside now, coming down the wing. Good hit by Jake Como out there on the left wing. Ball dropped. Ball dropped by Fairmont. We have a knock on. And it's tapped in. Coming back. Going left. And the ball will Looks like it might have gone out of bounds. In fact, it did go out of bounds. We have a flag marking where it went out. No! No, it didn't go out of bounds. Point Park doing some solid defensive work there. Good tackling. But Fairmont breaking into their ground, breaking into Point Park University ground. Point Park's defense looking to buckle down. Fairmont's got numbers out to the left wing. So you got to figure that's where they'll be looking to circulate as everybody from Point Park is getting sucked onto the right sideline as the ball goes out, and we'll have a line out. And we'll wait to see who it goes to, as it looks like we might have an injury down there on the field for Fairmont. And in fact, we do have an injury. There's someone rolling around on the ground. We can't tell what the number is. As soon as we get some information, we'll get it to you. He's trying to limp it off. It's like he's trying to leave the field under his own power. But he just can't quite make it. And so we'll have a stoppage in play here for Point Park. Coming to you live from Quarry Field, I am Red Watson, and you're listening to play-by-play of the Fairmont State Falcons and the Point Park Bisons. We can't quite tell what the injury is. It looks like possibly a hip or a knee, as that Fairmont player has a serious right hip injury. Serious right leg limp right now. Looks like it hurts something fierce. Both sides kind of milling around right now. We'll wait to try to find out exactly what it is that's going on down there. And looks like it'll be scrum down at the 5-meter line. Put for Point Park as Roth will do the honors. And we are underway. Scrum won by Point Park. Ball out. Kicked away by Troy Johnston. Coming downfield. And ball goes backward. Ball goes backward for Fairmont. Point Park looking to capitalize. And they just can't quite seem to bottle him up right there. Ball rolling free. It's kicked back downfield. Solid defensive work. Ball rolling around again. Taking some funny hops here at Quarry Field. Yes, there's the good tackle. Good tackle. And he's going to be brought down outside there. This is a Fairmont player by a Bison defender. And we have a whistle. We have a whistle for a high tackle. We can't quite tell who it's against. As the ball goes sailing across the field and back out of bounds. And it'll be Fairmont ball on the high tackle by Point Park University. Point Park will back it up 10. Point Park will back it up 10. As Fairmont outlets the ball. There's the pass. Trying to get to the left wing is Fairmont. Point Park really not letting them get outside. We have them all! We have them all down inside Point Park territory. We have them all down inside Point Park territory, and another whistle. Whistles all over the place this evening. Point Park University and Fairmont State, lots of whistles being blown, but still an extremely tight game as the Bisons hold a 5-point lead over Fairmont, 12-7 here in the second half. It's going to be an exciting finish, folks. I can feel it. It's going to come right down to the wire. And it's going to be a scrum down. And it'll be a Point Park University put-in down inside their own territory, as Alden Roth will get the honors here again. And we have another whistle. Looks like one side might have went slightly early, as we had some stirring down there. So we'll bind it up and do it again. Both sides bind on. Second rows get down. And there's the Canes. Ball's in. Ball's in. And we're waiting for it to see which side it comes out. It's won by Point Park. Troy Johnston coming around. Oh, he makes a man miss. He's got some space. Another man misses, and he's finally brought down at midfield. Ball picked up by Point Park. Some tough running now by the Bisons, looking to take a 2-try lead here in the second half. Cutting back, they've got some space. They've really got Fairmont off balance. And we have a whistle. Have a whistle. Fairmont ball. Fairmont ball, Fairmont ball. He's wrapped up. Stacked up is Mike Beavis. Mike Beavis. But we have another whistle. As Beavis was hot on the tail of Fairmont on that one. Mike Beavis was looking to score his first try. As the ball was kind of rolling around, but the ball will stay with Fairmont. From their own 22-meter line. Some really good running by the Bisons. As we'll have a line out now. No, not going to be a line out. It'll be a scrum down. Scrum down for Fairmont. Fairmont put. As the referee gives his cadence. Crouch, touch, set. There's the ball. Ball's in. Fairmont wins it. But Point Park smothers him. Point Park smothering all over the Falcons right now. Truly a dominating performance by this Point Park defense right now. If you're not here to witness this, I truly feel sorry for you. You can feel the electricity hanging in the air. Get down. Oh, it's your fault. Fans are joining me up here in the tower, up above Quarry Field. Everywhere, you can feel the excitement. Oh, we've got a great one-handed catch on the sidelines by a fan! As the Bisons get their first win of the season, 12-7 over Fairmont State, and the fans rush the field! Boy, what an exciting sight to see! I really feel sorry if you don't witness this. Point Park, in their first ever matchup at a home field, has won the match against Fairmont State. From an unknown squad 3 years ago to a 1-0 record over a national championship contender team. Point Park wins 3. Cheers for you, boys. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. And hip, hip, hooray. Live from Quarry Field, I'm Red Watson, signing off.